Hello students, we were studying the first chapter of history of your class, tracing changes through 1,000 years. We studied the chapter in the previous videos. Today we will solve worksheet 1, and with the solution of worksheet 1, we will revise the chapter again at a glance with the following points. So let's start. Historians study documents, maps, and text to understand the past. Means historians wrote the history, they studied the incidents of the past through these kinds of sources. However, they are sensitive to the historical context of such sources. They are also sensitive to the fact of the grammar, vocabulary, and meaning of words change over time. For example, we studied about Persian language used in medieval period and modern period. So differences were found. Historians use sources like coins, inscriptions, architecture, and textual records to study a period. For the period under study, a variety of literary sources are available, such as religious texts, chronicles of rulers, letters and teachings of saints, petitions, judicial records, registers of accounts, and taxes. The wide variety of literary sources were produced mainly due to the easy availability of paper, because paper became very easily available during the post medieval period. Next point, since there was no printing press in the beginning, there were no printing press. As I told you in the chapter that the first printing press of the world was Gutenberg printing press. It was established in 15th century in Germany. It was the first printing press in the world. Gutenberg printing press established in 1448. So there was no printing press. Scribes wrote the manuscripts by hand. Scribes were the people who used to copy manuscripts by hand. These manuscripts are kept in libraries and archives. They provide a lot of information to historians. The significant features of the period between 700 and 1750 means this is the duration of medieval period. During this period, new techniques were introduced. Persian wheel in irrigation. Persian wheel was used to lift water from the water sources, and it was used to supply water to the fields. It was used in agriculture for irrigation. Spinning wheel to make thread and means for weaving, and the use of firearms. Introduction of new food and beverages, potatoes, corn, chilies, tea, and coffee. These things were carried by the travelers from other parts of the world to the subcontinent. Growing importance of Rajputs, warriors, clan, comprising rulers, soldiers, and commanders. Growing importance of Marathas, Sikhs, Jat, Ahoms, and Kayasthas. Expansion of agriculture to new areas. Forests were cleared, the land was converted into agricultural fields. So evolution of a well structured tax system means revenue system. Evolution of caste system, emergence of new jatis and subcastes, emergence of powerful kingdoms and empires such as Cholas, Rashtrakutas, and later the Mughals. Emergence of new deities in Hinduism, as we discussed in the chapter, construction of new temples along with the temples situated in southern India. Emergence of idea of bhakti, a new philosophy based on devotional worship and personal deities. Appearance of Islam in the Indian subcontinent during the 7th century and 8th century. Now, see this table. This is about important dates. 646 AD, death of Harshvardhana. Harshvardhana was the famous ruler of Vardhana dynasty. So this incident was very important because it indicates the beginning of medieval period in India. Medieval period was from 7th century to 18th century, right, to the late 18th century, and it is divided into two parts here. 13th century, before 13th century it was pre-medieval period, and this was post-medieval period. pre-medieval period and post-medieval period. So this was the incident here. Slave dynasty was established by Qutbuddin Aibak in 1206. In 1206, Qutbuddin Aibak was the first ruler of Delhi Sultanate, and Ibrahim Lodi was the last ruler who was defeated by Babar in 1556. Babar, who founded the Mughal Empire in India. Mughal Empire, this was the Mughal period. This was, right? Mughal Empire. So Delhi Sultanate, after that Mughal period. So history is divided into three parts: ancient, medieval and modern part. Half of the Mughal period is the part of modern, half of the medieval period. Sources: archaeological sources, monuments like temples, palaces, mosques, forts, coins issued by different rulers, and various artifacts, literary chronicles, accounts, poetic compositions, travelogue, official and unofficial documents. So this was about important dates. Let's solve worksheet number 1. So listen carefully. The Mughal Empire started declining. Declination of Mughal Empire was started in 18th century. In which century? 18th century, with the death of Aurangzeb. With the death of Aurangzeb. When Aurangzeb died in 1707, he was the last great Mughal emperor. So after that, later Mughals were not so capable to hold this kind of vast empire. So this was the declination. Second, Phil, historians divided Indian history into 3 periods. British. James Mill wrote a book, A History of British India, in 1817. So in this book he described and he divided Indian history into 3 parts: Hindu, Muslims and British. Next, name the city from the current state of UP which was referred to on the Al-Idrisi map. Al-Idrisi formed a map. Kannauj is the correct answer. So Kannauj was used. Al-Idrisi, as I told you, he was a great geographer, Moroccan Arab Muslim, and he made this map in 1154, right? So in this map, Kannauj was used for this area. Babar and about Babar, Babar used Hindustan to describe geography, fauna, the culture, all of these. So correct answer is all of these. Manuscripts were placed in libraries, archives, both A and B. So this is the answer. C is the answer, both. Now come to true false. The Marathas were contemporary to Harsha. It is false. Why it is false? Because Harsha was the ruler of 7th century, right? Marathas emerged in the late medieval period during 17th century, right? 17th century, in the beginning of 17th century. So this is false. Next, in the medieval period, a foreigner was a known person. It is also wrong. Foreigner was used for strange persons. So it is also false. During the period of Razia, the Delhi Sultanate controlled the entire subcontinent. This is also false, because Razia Begum became the ruler in 1236 and died in 1240. So during the slave dynasty, means the part of subcontinent like Pakistan, in India some parts were there, like Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, UP and Bihar, Bengal, right? So this was the area of Razia Begum or Razia Sultan. So this is false. There was no printing press in those days, so scribes copied manuscripts by hand. This is correct. This is true. This is true because scribes used to copy, right, the manuscripts, because there were no printing press. Miniature paintings were used to illustrate manuscripts. Definitely it is true. Manuscripts. Next one, who were scribes? This is the first question of short answer. Scribes were the writers and they used to copy manuscripts. They used to copy manuscripts because there were no printing presses. Next question, who was Amir Khusro? Who was Amir Khusro? Sufi musician, poet and scholar, and he was a great writer also, and he had the knowledge of Persian language, right, Urdu and Hindi also. Hindi. Born in 1253, died in 1325. Amir Khusro. Next, which modern state of India was referred to as Gowda during the period under study? So in this chapter we discussed about Bengal. So today is Bengal, right, including Bangladesh. So this was entire region known as Gowda. What is the Persian term for the word foreigner? For foreigner, ajnabi. This word, ajnabi, this is the Persian word used for the stranger or as foreigners. So dear students, we discussed this one, and in the next video we will discuss long answers and worksheet 2 and 3. I hope that you understood the chapter and worksheet 1. So in the next video we'll discuss later further. Thank you. Have a nice day.